Let's talk about politics. Let's talk about tribalism. Ultimately, that's what, here in the United States, that's what politics are. People choose a side, they choose a tribe. They look at the other side and say, you're wrong, you're immoral, you're ignorant. That's what they do. And it's interesting. I was thinking today, I was running, and the deep thought came to me today. To some degree, it feels like you could look at Republicans and Democrats and assign a gender to each of those. It's funny because I took, 4 or 5 years of French, and speaking English is hard to comprehend. Why would I give a feminine or masculine identity to a word that normally we wouldn't think of it as masculine or feminine? And I feel that ultimately that's how it is in American politics with the two parties that we have. So here's my theory, and I'd be happy to hear what you have to say about it. I want to start this off by making it very clear. I, myself, am not a political person. I'm not a Republican, and I'm not a Democrat. So I feel I have an advantage here. I feel like I'm the third party. I'm the outsider. I get to observe. I'm like the referee of sorts, and I get to have more fun because I don't have to get caught up in the emotions of choosing one side and looking down on the other, calling them immoral, wrong, ignorant, etc. Does that make me better than the two? No. It just makes me removed from the context in a way that I can understand it as an outsider and maybe provide a reliable narrative. I have just exited the game. I'm nothing but a spectator, writing a review of what I see in front of me. So here's how I feel. This is my observation. I feel that if you were to assign genders to the two political parties in the United States, I feel that ultimately Republicans would be the masculine identity. And the reason I say that is because fundamentally, when you break down the difference between Republicans and Democrats, Republicans do not want to give power or control to the government over something they themselves can control. A man wants to be independent. He wants to be in control. He doesn't want somebody else taking care of him. It's his job to take care of other people. So naturally, the opposite would be true, right? As far as Democrats, they're more likely to give power to the government, saying, yes, I need you to take care of me. We need assistance here. The free market isn't going to do it, so government, I need you to step in and take care of these things for me. To me, that seems more feminine. I need a provider. Now, am I saying things that sound outdated in 2020? Sure, to some degree, but still, throughout history and even now, there's a certain concept in that for most women, there is this concept that what attracts them to a male, that he's a provider, that he's going to take care of her. And for men, for the most part, they want to be that provider. They want to take care of someone. So it goes beyond the pride of a man to want the government to take care of him. He wants to live his own life and take care of his own family. Whereas, again, Democrat is comfortable with the government being in control. So I feel that Republicans, give them a gender, it'd be more masculine. And I feel that Democrats, I feel that it's more feminine. I think when you look at it from a fundamental perspective, that's ultimately what you're looking at. And I think where you fall on either side of the fence ultimately might reveal something about you and yourself and how you view the world and how you view your family and your life around you. Because ultimately, we are choosing sides here. It's tribalism. Unless you're going to be the strange outsider like me and not choose a team, by default, you're aligning your views, your beliefs, your opinions with that. Even for things we wouldn't even assign to politics normally, like, should I wear a COVID mask or not? Should other people wear a COVID mask? That becomes political over this concept of, should the government be in control of me or not? Typically, the masculine mindset is, I don't want someone taking care of me. My job is to take care of other people. And typically, the female concept is, I want someone who's going to take care of me and provide for me. Government. So when you look at it that way. Now granted, what gets interesting is when you have a female who is not feeling the need to be taken care of. So ultimately, maybe in some sense, Maybe you would see a more feminine Republican. You could see a man who would be a liberal. But maybe his lifestyle would have a reason for that. Maybe he's not a man who is wanting to raise a family. Maybe he's not wanting to marry a woman, etc. I think there's definite connections, and I don't think it's necessarily safe for, say, a celebrity to talk about on YouTube. I think I can get away with it because I'm nobody special, I'm nobody famous, I'm just some random guy. I think I am able to get away with having a conversation like this and just explore the theory of it because I think it's interesting. I think to live in a country that's so caught up in divisiveness over politics and tribalism, well, at least let's understand it a little bit more. Let's understand why we're this way as a country. Your thoughts, your opinions, your beliefs, they belong right here.